Welcome back to Hitting the Bid, the place for retail traders by a retail trader. I'm your host, Jeff, and I'm here to break down market moves, share lessons from my own trading journey, help you navigate the ups and downs of life in the markets. Whether you're just getting started or have been trading for years, this show is here to help you stay sharp, stay disciplined, and most importantly, stay in the game. You can subscribe to my weekly newsletter at news.hittingthebid.com. Today is Thursday, August 28th. Let's get into it. Now just going around the horn here, the S&P 500 via SPY up. It's currently at about 648 or so, just touching there. Up $1.35 on the day, 0.2%. QQQ up $3, 0.5% on the day to 576.50. And the Russell 2000 up about 14 cents, pretty much flat on the day. It's about 236 or so, 236.08. Now just looking at the S&P 500 and really equities, it's kind of continuing its strong momentum here since last Friday. After that Jackson Hole speech, you can see this is Friday, and then it's just continuing to get bid up here. And following along there, VIX, that one is down 62 cents, a little over 4%, down to 1423. So again, it trades mostly inversely to the S&P 500. Since the S&P 500 is pretty strong, VIX is generally pretty weak. Not always, but generally. Now Bitcoin, it's right now at about 112,750. Looks to be maybe a lot of selling pressure here since hitting that all-time high of about close to 124,000, down about 11,000 since from there. Starting to find a little bit of a base, so we'll see if I continue. Ethereum, that one has been pretty strong lately, down about $48, down a percent today to 45.24. Bonds up 9 ticks, about 0.25%. So it has did try to sell off a few times. You can see these long lower wicks here, but was able to find some buying momentum right now at about 114 and 17 ticks. As far as a couple of currencies, here's the pound up about 0.16%, and the euro about 0.4%. That one's still consolidating here, trying to figure out where it wants to make its next move. Gold is a gold futures /GC. Up $24, about 0.7% to 34.73. It's starting to get towards this upper range here. If we start to see some, it's able to break through here, maybe we see more upside in gold. But right now it's been pretty strong here over the past week or so. Silver up about 54 cents. That one also is starting to get to the top of the range there. Looking like it might break out. Crude oil down on the day, 47 cents, but looks like it had gone from about $62 to about 65, and then right now it's just a little bit weak right now to 63.70. Maybe it's consolidating a little here. Nat gas, it's finally catching a bid here, up almost 10 cents, about 3% here, 3.3 on the day. Now looking at a few other things, looking at NVIDIA, so that had earnings overnight after the bell yesterday, down about $2, 1.2% here. But just looking, kind of going towards when it had earnings here, you can see sold off from about 182 down to as low as 172. But it's recently looks like it's recovered here, currently at 179.44. Now looking as far as the results, the data center revenue was 41.1 billion, a slight miss. The street estimate was about 41.3 or so. And then as far as revenue, 46.74 billion. It did beat the estimate about 46.3 or so. And adjusted EPS was $1.05, which also was a slight beat. The sell-off here may have been due to a couple of factors. The data center revenue, slight miss. It was strong, but it seems to maybe lag the hyper growth expectations that investors have kind of become accustomed to. They do have a little bit of uncertainty when it comes to China. The ongoing U.S.-China tensions continue to cloud those H20 chip sales, which is a little bit of a revenue risk. And then, it's just slowing sequential growth. It's 6% total growth quarter over quarter, and about a 1% drop in compute revenue. It seems that the street is getting better at pricing these, and NVIDIA really has to beat expectations by a lot in order for the stock to really make a move up. All right, now going back to this Cisco trade from a couple of weeks ago. So this one I did close. I closed as it was, as it invalidated this bearish fair value gap here, and it looks like it's pushing into this one. But because it invalidated this one, I just didn't want to hold the position any longer, so I did close it at a loss. I may look to re-enter if it gets to the top side of here, so about $70 or so, but for now, I'm out. Now, as far as the trade for today, I did enter a trade in ETHA. So this is the iShares Ethereum Trust ETF. So you can see right here, it hit an all-time high. So this is the Ethereum Trust ETF. It's not Ethereum itself or Ethereum futures. So this one, you can see this hit a high of 3680, but Ethereum itself got as high as about 4945. But as far as this particular underlying 3680, it's high. It's currently trading at 3420. So I did get filled at $1.28. It's currently down a couple of bucks, but as far as the reason I'm in this trade, so I have been a participant in the crypto ecosystem for a while now. I believe there's a little bit of a shift that will continue when it comes to the Bitcoin dominance in the space, with more of it going to ETH, and that has started lately, and I believe it's going to continue here over the coming months or so, at least until we hit a new high in Ethereum. Now, because September can bring about some volatility, I went to the November monthly expiration cycle. Now, I usually do try to sell options when IVR is this high. It's at 77, so this generally calls for selling options, but I wasn't able to structure a trade with the risk and reward that I wanted. So I ended up going with an at-the-money, a long call spread here. So if I size it up again, it's currently trading at 125. It's got a max profit of 175 by expiration. If the underlying is above $36, it's got a probability of profit of 44%. So this has a little bit more of the risk-reward structure that I'm looking for. That goes along with the probability. It's the delta is about 9, so it's kind of like the you kind of think of it as the equivalent of holding 9 shares of this underlying. So we'll see if we can get a move here in the next couple of months. We can close this one for a profit, but it's risking a little bit to make a little bit kind of those look for those small consistent trades. And that's it for this week. Thanks for tuning in to Hitting the Bid. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with a fellow trader. And don't forget to sign up for my weekly newsletter at news.hittingthebid.com, where I share market insights, interesting tickers, and practical strategies to help you grow as a retail trader. Till next time, trade small, trade smart, and keep hitting the bid.